You know that moment when it's late at night and the world has gone quiet and you're lying there staring at the ceiling and suddenly an idea appears in your mind? Maybe it's starting something new. Maybe it's finally chasing the life you want. Maybe it's becoming the person you know you could be. And for a brief moment, it feels amazing. You can see the results so clearly, the freedom, the confidence, the pride. And then something shifts. Your chest tightens, your stomach drops, and a small voice whispers, "What if I fail? What if people judge me? What if I try my hardest and it's still not enough?" And just like that, the excitement fades. You reach for your phone, you start scrolling, and you tell yourself you'll do it tomorrow. But tomorrow never comes. This isn't laziness. This isn't a lack of discipline. This is fear. And it quietly controls more lives than we like to admit. Fear keeps ideas locked away, keeps potential hidden, keeps people stuck in lives that feel unfinished. Today, we're going to look at that fear honestly and understand what it really is. Fear rarely shows its true face. It wears disguises. One of those disguises is procrastination. You suddenly feel busy. Everything feels important: cleaning, organizing, planning, answering messages. Anything except the one thing that actually matters. Because if you never start, you can never fail. Another disguise is perfectionism. You tell yourself, if it's not perfect, it's not worth doing. So the video never gets posted. The message never gets sent. The project never launches. Because unfinished dreams cannot be judged, but they also cannot succeed. So why does this happen? Because your brain is old. Thousands of years ago, fear kept humans alive. A strange sound meant danger, run or die. Your brain learned one rule: avoid risk at all costs. The problem is your brain doesn't know the difference between a tiger and an awkward moment. Rejection feels like danger. Failure feels like death. So your heart races, your mind freezes, and your brain pulls you back into safety. Not because you're weak, but because it's trying to protect you. The truth is, you're not in danger. You're just uncomfortable, and growth only happens in discomfort. Fear becomes even stronger when you believe this lie that who you are is fixed. That if you fail, it means you're not smart, not talented, not enough. But failure isn't a verdict, it's feedback. Think about a child learning to walk. They fall again and again, but they don't quit. They don't feel ashamed. They adjust and try again. Somewhere along the way, we forgot how to be beginners. Every successful person you admire failed first. What separated them wasn't confidence, it was persistence. They acted while scared. So how do you beat fear? First, change what winning means. Winning isn't the result. Winning is taking action. If you showed up, you won. Second, lower the bar. Don't aim to change your life. Aim to take one step, one sentence, one email, one push-up, because motion kills fear. Third, face the worst case. Write it down. What actually happens if you fail? Usually it's uncomfortable, not catastrophic. And regret hurts far more than embarrassment. Fourth, separate who you are from what you do. Your worth doesn't rise when you succeed or fall when you fail. Failure is something that happens, not something you are. Now imagine yourself years from now. You played it safe. You never tried. You're comfortable, but empty. That quiet regret never leaves. Failure fades, regret stays. Here's something freeing. Most people aren't watching you. They're too busy worrying about themselves. You're allowed to be imperfect. You're allowed to learn in public. Fear won't disappear. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's moving forward with it. Confidence doesn't come before action. It comes after. You don't become ready, you start, and readiness follows. So here's your challenge. Pick one thing you've been avoiding. Just one, and do the smallest possible version of it right now. Open the document, put on the shoes, send the message, break the seal. Your life isn't waiting, it's happening. Don't let fear decide it for you. Start now.